Hey everybody and welcome back. My name is Sue and I'm from OML Embroidery. Beside me and gonna do all the trimming is Lynn.
Hello.
Over on the computer is Dawn. Wow, that's bright looking.
Hello.
That turn down the color. It hurts. Ah,
I adjusted it earlier.
I know.
It changed
I
again.
I can tell.
I made it better.
So we're gonna do the last O on the boo, and I want to show you guys the difference. This one, I put in extra like thick cutaway on it, and this one I didn't. So if you wanted to know the difference or do I have to do it, probably a good idea. This is nice and soft, and this one is quite a bit stiffer. So I think for a nice look, that's the one that you need. The bat looks good, but he's just not going to hold up to anything.
He's flimsy.
He's flimsy. So for today, this is what we're going to do. Look, we picked it out. So much fun. There's my cutaway. So this is going to be the monster. This is the limiest lime green that ever limed. And he's going to be covered in spiders. And this is for the O. So I've got a piece of this checkered Halloween fabric in all of it.
Love it,
yeah.
love it, love it.
So it'll look good. And I think this boo is for the backing. I don't know how well I can see it. Oh yeah, I guess you can. Boo for the backing. So cool. I'm so excited. Lynn's got her scissors that she prefers right here. I'm just gonna cut this and then we're ready to start. We're ready to start. I have McDreamy preloaded and I didn't read the instructions, so maybe you guys can help me along. I didn't! It's been a stressful day cutting a diamond for a quilt. Don't ask. It's stressful. I think the monster with all the eyes, I think is gonna, cheer me up a bit. So we'll figure it out as we go along. Bobbin.
Oh, yes.
I ran out of bobbin the other day. Yeah, it's still almost full, right in the middle of it, and I'm like, oh, damn.
I see there are some people that are playing Bob and Chicken and have lost.
Yeah, I did. So we have our usual people. How was Lynn's fabric shopping? Cindy King
I knew
said.
somebody was going to ask.
Yes. She did really well. She got some Halloween panels for me, which, oh, thank you, Lynn. They're so gorgeous. So I'm going to practice machine quilting. She got a couple of fat quarters, some Tula Pink yardage, and it's gorgeous.
And Christmas.
Oh, and Christmas.
Snowman.
Yep, beautiful fabric. Not, 4 tons of it, but just what you'll need to get started making mug rugs. But you had a good time, right?
Oh my gosh, I had an awesome time.
So much to see in the city. What are instructions? Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's seriously just been frustrating. The kind of frustration where you just get up and walk away or tell Lynn to come over so you can talk about something else.
Yep.
So I think Lynn did really well, and I appreciate the Halloween. Actually, it's placemats is one panel, and then a panel. So you got 3 of the same panels. Does that mean you want one?
Oh, I never even thought of that. No.
Well, you can. You can. You can do anything with the 5x7 hoop that I do.
Okay.
Right?
It even comes with instructions.
Instructions. What are those? That's
don't
what
know.
everyone's asking.
I don't know.
So, congratulations to one of our mods, if anyone can guess who it is. It's Misha. She's going to be stitching along with us today, hopefully. Her machine came in today or yesterday, I guess, and she is just beside herself. So, congratulations on that, Misha. We look forward to you being happy again. So, wonderful. Sandy Accury says, enjoyed your first live, Lynn. Yes. I think you enjoyed it.
Oh, I immensely enjoyed it so much.
She does. It's kind of a lot to ask someone to do their first embroidery stitching in front of a camera, and I think You handled it very well. Lynn is going to help me with the podcast, the embroidery podcast, and it's going to be called Outside the Embroidery Hoop with Sue Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that cool? They came up with that yesterday. Just wanted a shorter title, and I'll make some good stuff with it, and we're just going to sit and talk beginner embroidery when I'm talking with you.
Perfect.
Karina, I'm going to interview you. All the mods, I'm going to be calling on you guys to interview. And, of course, people in the group, too. So I think it'll be a whole lot of fun. So the podcast will be, embroidery related, and you guys can listen to it while you're stitching. Hopefully my voice doesn't get too annoying to everyone.
Oh, no.
But All right, let's head over to McDreamy, please, Dawn. And we can get this party started. McDreamy's up?
Yep.
All right. So, we're doing the Monster O. And I think this will be really cool. Now, I'm going to use dark thread, so you guys can see it. My bobbin is good. I just checked it. And the view is fantastic. Googly eyes are right here.
And what size hoop do you have it in?
It is an 8x8 hoop, because if you look here, no, it was back on another screen.
It was back on the beginning
Yeah,
screen.
it tells you how big it is. So, and I had preloaded everything into McDreamy and saved it, the little pocket thing. So I had it. I'll go through and delete them after, but it's cool. So I think the first thing is placement. So let's go with that. I think this O is kind of cool. So everyone's congratulating Misha. Yes. And in the admin group, we named her machine. She let us choose the name. So it's a Viking Topaz 50. So Karina said it has to be a Viking name, and I agreed.
Yep.
And everyone else agreed, and we decided on Freya. So her machine, her Viking machine, is Freya, which I thought was really cool. It's a great name for a machine. But yeah, if you have a Viking built machine, it needs to be a Viking name. I get it. For sure. McDreamy. Everyone knows what that's from. I just thought it was funny. It's a McDreamy. I think everyone knows who McDreamy is. Oh, my little monster dude. My little monster dude. So, we are... Is it not done yet? Those are your eyeballs, Lynn. Oh, it's going to do the whole... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fussy trimming in this, man.
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
That's okay. We can do the circle ones afterwards. It's just something that you need to take your time doing. What's it doing now?
Stitching everything out?
Yeah. Stitching the other eyeball?
No, those are the hanging holes. I liked McDreamy. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have everything laid down for that, wasn't I? I knew I'd mess it up. That's the inside. No, that's the placement for everything. Okay. I'm going to go back a little bit. We're going to start off with... That was probably... Yeah, I see that. That's okay. That's what I get for, not paying attention or not reading the instructions. So, my bad. How about we do that again? What do you guys think? Shall we? And I'm going to put the stiffener stuff in there. And, welcome back, everyone. Lynn sure made a mess the first time.
Oh, didn't I? Oh, boy.
Way to go, Lynn.
I know.
Don't you love how I do that?
Love it.
Oh, I make
I'm glad you're here,
mistakes.
'cause it would be me otherwise.
Oh, good.
What do you mean good? Why is it good? McDreamy's like, I have to do this again? What the heck? You'll stitch it and like it, McDreamy. He will. There we go. Now I got different black thread, so hopefully it's gonna work. So, yeah, this is how you start off.
Okay.
Put the batting down. You shush over there, Don. He's giggling. What's the matter? Bjorn is right here, by the way.
Why there is a hole at the bottom of this.
In case you wanted to do it again, good point.
Or reverse it, or add more O's, I guess. Yeah,
Boo!
maybe.
There's a lot of monster O's, though. Or you could put two boos together and have a boo-boo.
That was good.
Anything's possible, right? There is a thread. A purple thread for no reason. Okay, so this is a little bit better. But yeah, good point. I guess for continuity, maybe. Maybe. The top one is to hook it.
Right. Maybe the bottom one is to hook it to the door.
And I suppose we should trim this. Should we? Yeah, probably. Trim it so it's ready. Or are we gonna move on? What's next? You guys tell me. What's next? That's a great idea, Alicia. What is Alicia saying? So do we trim or can we wait? You guys let me know. It's doing the monster next. So, okay, I'm going to stitch out the placement for the monster. And, because I'm excited. I'm excited about my spider monster. Woo! The fat... Oh, Bjorn fell. And then we'll do some fine trimming then. Woo!
Just saw that.
Just saw that. I know. That was awesome, actually. What, Don?
Is that 3 layers you're going to be trimming?
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody said amazing embroidery designs are easy.
No.
It's a little bit of work. We're up for it, though. We got all the time in the world. Oh, man, I'm liking that. So placement, and then we'll go trim. That green is so bright, it doesn't even look green. Oh, come on. I was only joking, McDreamy.
Oh, he getting angry.
He's using Madeira thread. He should be good to go. Come on, buddy. We had a thread shred yesterday, and it was still stitching, because there was still thread in it, so parts of it get held back, and it was this orange blob that kept popping down. I'm like, did you see that, Don? Like, that's a thread shred coming to say howdy do.
We can only do half of it?
There we go. All right, back to the desk, Don.
Desk is up.
All right, I'll do this. You're gonna do eyeballs.
Okay, I'll do eyeballs.
Okay. Share the burden of the trim. I like him. I like him a lot. That's cool. These little spiders, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but these little spiders have cute little eyeballs on them. And you can actually see the little eyeballs, so I think it's really awesome. Dawn, can you go into the server and pull up the instructions for me? I haven't had enough sugar today. And I looked through McDreamy and I was like, okay, that's easy. And now I've forgotten everything that I knew. I like this O though. I think I like it all. Ooh, I bought another Sweet Pea one that maybe we can work on. I'll show it to you after, Lynn. I meant to show you beforehand, but I probably meant to do a lot of things today.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. Oh, thanks for telling me I'm off the screen, Dawn.
Well, you got me looking up instructions. I don't know where they are.
Oh, designs. Sweet Pea. I'm very well organized. And we do have a server. I don't know if you knew that. Server computer that we keep everything on.
Nice.
And it backs up off-site. So if anything were to happen to that computer, we still have another backup.
Oh, Beautiful.
off-site, so it has access and it backs everything up. I don't know how often it does it, but all of our work files and all of my designs get backed
Backs
up.
up like every day.
Every day, yeah. It'll just update anything that needs to be updated. The first one takes like forever. Thank you. Forever, ever and ever and ever to back up. But after that, it's just an update. It's just simply a good idea. Then we won't lose anything. So, water soluble stabilizer, everyone. I didn't say that. Nice 8x8 hoop. All these bumps are eyeballs.
That Lynn gets to cut out.
That Lynn gets to cut out. Yeah, I know. It's fun though.
Yeah, yes.
Step 1, place the batting on top. Just say it.
Yeah, okay. What's the...
Then remove from the hoop and trim it.
Okay, I'm trimming it now.
Trim out the monster and then
Trim out the monster. What does trim out the monster mean?
that's what you're doing right now.
Here?
No,
Yeah.
the green. You trim that
Oh.
out. Now it goes back on the machine.
I didn't do my homework, Lynn. Back on the machine, and it's going to stitch a placement line for the O.
Yes.
Are you sure, Dawn?
Yes.
Yes, says Dawn.
Well, if we started following instructions, it might have been easier when we figure out.
Maybe.
Okay.
After monster face. Which is so cool. I love that.
Repeat the applique process with the letter using fabric B. Trim.
Okay.
Optional. You can trim the fabric seams now or leave the fabric seams until the satin stitch is done at the end.
Okay, so I have a choice.
Be it
I have a choice then. Lynn, what do you want to do? Trim the O now or later?
What are we trimming?
We're going to put down the fabric for the O. The outside of the O, which is our really bright and gorgeous checkered fabric. There we go. I still have one more layer, but I'll do that after. It's easier to do it a little bit after. I haven't named my machine. Well, you should. You should name your machine. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, that's gonna go so awesome with the others.
Yeah, it's gonna match. Back to McDreamy, Dawn. I was doing before I was saying. Yeah, it must be Sunday. Far too close to Monday.
Dream is up.
All right. So, we're gonna stitch this down. Whew, that's mind-boggling fabric.
Oh wow.
It's just... Oh, McDreamy. McDreamy. Every time.
McDreamy's feeling the pressure.
I guess so. I don't know what pressure he's feeling, but he's feeling something.
Come on, McDreamy.
You didn't like all the layers.
I think he's okay with the layers. They're pretty powerful machines. Lots of eyeballs, man. I guess that's, you know, a true monster. Lots of eyeballs staring at you. They're happy eyeballs, Lynn, so you don't have to be
Okay.
scared, right?
That's good.
Do. Alright, so that's our placement stitch, but, you know, I am just not doing things in order today. Now this is the tack down, which gives us our trim lines as well. Because we have to cut the center out. I love that fabric. It's very Halloween-y, isn't it?
It's very bright.
It's very bright. Very cool. I like it. So it looks like a Q it's going to be cutting out the middle. so we can see our monster quite clearly. And I do like the eyes are sticking outside.
Yes.
I think that's a cool effect. I did that once with flowers and it looked really cool. Reminds me of the scary clowns. Does anybody like clowns? After you see it or read it, yeah, nobody likes clowns. No freaking way. Yep, that looks good.
That's gonna look so awesome.
I know. I'm really excited. Did you check out in the group? I know you were away this weekend, but did you check out in the group all the booze that people are
No,
doing?
I haven't.
Booze. B-O-O-S. Booze. Not that kind of booze.
Oh, okay.
Karina will be right there.
B-O-O-Z-E?
No. It can spell.
I might need some.
Oh, it's just been frustrating. Everybody gets frustrated, don't you? Yeah.
We all have those days.
Yeah,
yes.
it's just time to stop working today. Of course, I won't. Can we go back to the desk, please?
Desk is up.
So, Lynn, do you remember how to... oh, you can see the green. That's how bright that green is. You can see it through.
Wow.
Do you remember how to carefully do this? Now, we have fabric under there, so I'm going to start it up here. So the worst damage I can do is, poke the water-soluble stabilizer. So if you go here, there's 2 layers because we are going to reveal and unveil Mr. Spider Monster Dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how quick I forgot.
But Lynn was trimming.
Oh, she is. She is. Try not to put too much on Lynn,
Aren't you supposed to be paying attention over there?
I am. I'm
Okay.
watching the screen and I don't see you trimming.
Those are my hands. No?
No, Lynn, you would look like very strange if you had my puffy hands. Although my nails are very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice nails. Very nice nails. I didn't even stamp them with ghosties, so apologies for that. I told them yesterday I was going to stamp them with, because I have a really nice ombre on my nails, and I was just going to put some ghosties, stamp some
Ooh.
ghosties on it. But
Next week.
Up a little bit more.
yeah, up a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable. Up a bit more. I seem to want to trim at the bottom of my desk. So, Lynn, what are we going to do on Tuesday for Learn with Lynn?
I don't know.
Do you feel ready to do a mug rug in the hoop?
I think I can manage that.
Okay, with
I can try that.
supervision. Do you want to do your Christmas one that you wanted?
Oh.
Because it's, fairly easy. I think you have to do all the trimming and stuff yourself. I'm just watching.
Okay.
You run it. I'll help you put it on your
So
machine.
I have to choose one first.
I think you said the baby gingerbread, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? And I know it fits into your hoop. I think you're only limited in hoop size if you feel limited. You can do anything that I do. It just might take more than one hooping to do it. I'm working on a quilt that, the one I showed you with the diamonds, Lynn?
Yes.
That's 3 hoopings to finish that.
No.
3 hoopings.
You can do it, Lynn.
Yeah.
All right, back to McDreamy.
In a couple years.
This is looking good.
Dreamy's up.
Okay. Oh, I like our
Ooh.
alien.
The spiders are just at the right place, too.
Oh, that's over. I was just looking here thinking, I didn't cut the green, but it's over the edges of it. So, okay, just making sure. Now we are going to do some eyes, so monster eyes, and he happens to have 3, along with all the ones around, but 3. So I think we decided we were going to do the applique in felt. And this is felt that I got at the dollar store. We did a video of all the things you can use for embroidery at the dollar store. And I didn't have any white, so it's the perfect size. I'm going to like it. I think all the ones can be white on the inside. I pulled out a red, or green. Oh, maybe green. Most of them will be white, though.
So each of the eyes I have to trim?
Yep. If you can.
The inside ones too?
Yep, we're doing those right now. We'll put that there. And then it's gonna do satin stitches afterwards. So there's 6, 7, 8 eyes around the outside. That's a lot of eyes. That's a lot of eyes. Do you think you can handle it?
I think I can.
So, what's going on in chat? Oh, I could hear that. I could hear that happen.
Not much.
Not much. Someone's talking about doing a creative Kiwi kitty cat, and I'm gonna guess it's the kitty cat in the pumpkin, which is really cute. I don't think I have done that one yet. Maybe that could be a future project. Let's back it up. Back it up. Maybe one more. I'm gonna back it up until it... You see the tie-in there, Lynn? There we go. And then +1 to get it where I want.
Oh, okay.
So when you see it go back and forth, watch what it does. It doesn't move a whole lot. That's the tie-in stitches, and that's what keeps it all good. Tie in and tie out. So your stuff doesn't become unraveled.
So it goes forward and back a couple times.
Yeah, it's kind of like in a bow tie shape. You can, on A4, you can change it, but generally it's a bow tie shape. So it's not really a knot, but it makes it harder for it to come out.
Okay.
So.
Quilt says it's a sad day because it's the last day of Boo, and it's been so much fun.
I know, but we have landscaped animals coming. There you go, Lynn. Where's your scissors gone? Nope, those are yours.
Okay.
All right, I'll move back. Lynn's gonna... Did I tell you to go to the desk? Yeah,
Oh, okay. I can go now?
yeah,
Oh, I gotta cut these out?
the desk, Dawn.
So,
Oh. Yeah, do you think you can? It's a good test. I don't know how your scissors will like the felt, and it's not very expensive felt, so it might protest to your work.
Hmm. That's definitely awkward.
Yeah, it is. I know. Yeah, I was gonna say, remember to turn your hoop. Makes it easier. Now it's really dark.
I have to keep it that way because all the light you're using is just reflecting back into the camera. That's why it's off. It's just too much white. And for whatever reason, that stuff just reflects it back.
The cheap.
The batting,
Felt.
the felt, it's all just kicking it back in.
Okay, well, Lynn, you look like you have a tan. She giggles.
Is there such a thing as right-handed and left-handed scissors?
Yes.
Okay.
Not really so much anymore. They're both. Most scissors nowadays are for both, which is strange but true. Kind of weird, huh?
Well, 'cause I noticed that I cut right and you cut left.
I'm using my right hand. though.
Yeah, but you go.
Yeah,
this
why
way.
do I do that? I always do that. You're right, because then I remind myself that I have to use the duckbill scissors properly. Yeah.
I always cut counterclockwise.
Going every which way.
That's okay. There's a lot of eyeballs.
You're doing a good job.
You'll be a professional eyeball cutter outer by the time we're done with this O. Very nice, Lynn.
Okay.
Don't bump the camera, it's
Nope.
right there. I know, it's awkward. So, good. I like our monster. He's very monstery.
It looks good.
Yeah, I think he'll be cute. He's nice and bright and cheery. Good enough. Thank you, Lynn. Good enough. Back to
Wow.
McDreamy.
The dream is up.
Yeah, that was a tough cut, but we have some nice satin stitches, so I'm going to change the thread. You know what Lynn said to me the other day? I was telling her about the different kind of stitches, and she said, "Oh, I know what that one is. Those are satin stitches because they cover up mistakes." Those are my favorite. I'm like, yeah, girl, you got it. I mean, you're not wrong. But she recognized them for that, and I thought, well, that's a good bit of learning, isn't it? I thought it was really funny, though,
Yes,
Lynn.
yes, they do.
Yep. Yep, and satin stitches are also lettering most of the time.
My favorite kind of stitch.
Cover up the boo-boos.
Yep.
It does make a difference, though.
What kind of stitch is that? Boo-boo covering.
Boo-boo
Yeah.
covering.
Yep.
No, satin
No, it's
stitch.
called boo-boo covering.
You're a boo-boo covering. Whenever I don't know what to say back to him, I just call him whatever word he just said. It works. Ooh, zigzag stitches. I love those on it. That was a tough eyeball, wasn't it?
Oh.
I know. Oh, look at those satin stitches, Lynn. Lynn's happy. Look at those satin
Yeah.
stitches. My husband went and bought a mini pumpkin bundt cake with a pumpkin spice chai tea latte. That's nice.
Ooh.
That's nice. We haven't... I don't know if there's even going to be a Halloween this year.
I
But,
haven't heard.
yeah, I haven't heard either, but... Oh well.
I know they've been talking about it, but I don't think anything is set in stone yet.
No. Look at the different colors of orange. If you
Yes.
ever thought there was only one color of orange, no. Because that is the pumpkin-y orange. And now this one looks red.
Yeah,
Almost.
It does.
Isn't that weird? But that's my favorite orange.
One boo-boo already covered.
Yep. Ooh, nice. No jump stitch. Oh, you can't even see it. It just ran across. So no trim.
Oh,
It's
okay.
close enough
It's
that
close.
it just boogied across. I love that. When trims are eliminated, I'm very happy.
Yes.
Very happy. Is that circle at the bottom of the O supposed to be trimmed yet? Yeah, I think so. This is the batting on it.
Oh, I think maybe, are they talking about the one in the center?
Oh, I do those after. They're a little bit fiddly and it takes me a bit too long. So yes, you're right. This one and that one, I will trim it after. I know it's going to have satin stitches around it. It's still easier for me to do it after. After I unhoop it, and then I can get through all the layers.
Okay.
Yeah. If I wasn't on camera, I would have taken the time to do it, but these are long stitches, so I don't want to spend 10 minutes trimming. You need the sharp scissors for this one. Look at how puffy that is.
I know.
I love how that looks like that. That's awesome. Okay, so lime green and orange, the bright orange, looks fantastic.
Yes. And
Trim.
There's still a spider left.
He's got a nose spider. I love those little spiders. I don't know why they make me so happy. I guess because you could see their eyeballs. Can you see the eyeballs?
Yeah.
It's just cute. But I thought, yeah, a spider monster. I mean, if you're gonna have spiders on you, you might as well be a monster.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I like it. I like it a lot. So, we got eyeballs to do, and then a little bit of detail work, and put the back on. Then we done. Satin stitches all around.
Wow.
Great little project. I think they're really cute when they're hanging, so I like it. I'm doing taco salad tomorrow. We're talking about food. I'm hungry.
Yeah, Gail said she's making a carrot cake. Karina asked her to send some.
Oh, I love carrot cake.
Oh, we'll come and help you make it.
No, I just want to eat it.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Just eat. We had chocolate-covered raisins yesterday, and Donna opened the package and handed it to me, and I spilled the whole thing.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, spilled the whole thing.
And you thought it was one of the dogs that did it, eh?
No,
No?
I couldn't blame anybody but me. So, a little bit of back and forth with the color changes, but that's okay, we can do it. So I'm going to change the orange out for the black, and it's going to do the center of the eyes on these ones. Probably could have been done at the end, but I don't know. Did you see, Lynn, my Halloween flower?
No.
Alright, it's at the desk. Maybe Dawn could show it to you and we could show it to people, because I would like to stitch that with everyone.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome. But yeah.
The ladies did different colors. This is what I designed, and I'd like to do a stitch along of it. Isn't it cool?
Because I remember you saying about the coffins.
Yes. Coffin flowers. Yeah, you can see it, and I love the bats and the decorative stitching, and I had fun making that. I also made a smaller one to fit in the 5x7 hoop.
Ooh.
Yep. Yup.
I wonder
Karina, thank you. Happy hour. Is everyone having fun? I hope so. I'm not really reading the...
I wonder if this would work with snowman fabric.
Oh. Maybe. I'd like to point out that Lynn went
Coffin one?
to buy fabric,
You can do whatever you want.
and she didn't come home with solid colors. So it's not just me. Did it? No, you didn't. Isn't that funny? Ooh, look at that eye. Isn't that funny? So it's not just me, Lynn. You didn't. You didn't even realize that.
You went for pretty and
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's nice to know that it's not me. Oh, that's kind of minky, so
Yeah.
maybe.
I like the feel of it.
Yeah, it's
But
beautiful.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, isn't that funny? So, okay. Janet Nelson, thank you very much. That's a help.
That's hilarious.
We'll get Lynn some solid colors with that. Actually, I have some, and I'm so happy I have
You
some.
have some because somebody sent some.
I know.
I never thought of that.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure out, like, I never have solid colors, and everyone said, why don't you just buy it? Well, I never think of it. Gail, thank you very much. So we're doing this
I
eyeball.
guess solid colors just didn't
Stand out?
catch my eye.
Yeah.
Never do.
I
They're
honestly...
so plain. But I did look for this. I did look for this. They didn't
Oh,
have
the
any.
ombre. That's blueprint fabric. Okay, so, yeah, we got some eyeballs to do, Lynn. It's eyeball-y. I'm going to take the scraps. See if I can remember which ones it's doing. And these ones I'm going to do in black, I think. But it may make it easier. Ooh, that stuff is hard to cut.
Yeah.
It's hard to cut. Oh, and I just made a mess. That's okay. All right, so hello eyeballs. So we got one there. Maybe I can do this and do 2 for 1. I can. That one could be smaller. I still have more of this, but oh, is it hard to cut? Why is it so hard to cut? And I'm gonna unhook my hoop for a second so I can make sure it fits. And hooah, it does. There we go. So let's stitch these eyeballs down, and then Lynn's gonna trim. I like them. So I'm gonna do these ones in black, like the satin stitches in black, because I think that would look
Am
good.
I cutting inside the eyeball?
Nope, outside. Outside. Phew, huh?
Oh, yeah, double phew.
Inside trimming can be a little difficult sometimes.
Oh,
Woo!
that
You
was,
okay?
Yeah, I actually thought it went outside.
I know.
That one looks close.
Applique chicken. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sunday champion.
Wow.
Applique. I shouldn't say anything until it's done.
You're
'Cause-
good.
Yeah. Oh, McDreamy. McDreamy. Now make sure I don't move the fabric, because if it moves, then it's not really chicken. Chicken cheater. Cheater chicken.
Chicken fail.
Oh, I've done that enough times. Goodness gracious.
Oh.
That's not even close. What are you on about?
Yeah, it is from here.
Love it. Back to the desk, Dawn.
Dawn's laughing.
It's fun.
And then do the other 2 eyeballs.
Because they're going to be green.
Oh.
Switch places there, Lynn.
Okay.
And Lynn's going to trim the very, very difficult fabric. And I'm going to spill water everywhere, apparently. And have a little drink.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I cut the stitch.
Okay. It's all right. It's no problem at all.
How is it okay?
It will be okay.
Okay.
It will be okay. Satin stitches will catch it. The only time it wouldn't be okay is if you cut like a half of it, or cut a slice out of it. Then that would be difficult to recover from. However, it's a small circle, so you could just take the stitch ripper and redo that one. You can just rewind your machine to stitch it down again. So for something like that, it's hardly any stitches on it, so it would be easy to do. But I think from what I saw, it'll be okay. There's a lot of trimming in this one. It's worth it, mind you, but there's a lot of trimming.
Karina says you're too far away from the mic.
That's because my big butt's in the way.
Am I? Sorry, Karina. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I was just making room for Lynn because the camera is kind of sticking out in a funny spot, so I don't want to crowd her.
Don't kick her. She won't be able to trim right.
I didn't say I was going to kick her. What are you talking about? Oh, I just noticed one of the eyes is looking the other way. That's cool. One of those eyes, the bigger one, is looking the other way. So, okay, it's better, Sue. Yeah, sorry, I moved over to give Lynn enough room. It's kind of squishy in this center here. And when we put Lynn's embroidery machine out again, where we do all the trimming is where her machine goes. So I'm not really sure how we're going to do trimming yet, but we'll figure it out. I don't like moving McDreamy unless I have to. I don't even like putting the sewing bed on unless I have to. Just it's big and heavy, and I'm just afraid of dropping apart or something like that. Looking good, Lynn. Lynn's concentrating. And then there's only a few more eyeballs after that.
Oh, jeez.
It's a good monster.
He's got his own googly eyes.
Kind of does.
He does.
Those are pretty good, actually.
It's
Is
an
that it?
O monster.
All the outside ones?
Yep.
Right? 4?
Monstro, like Batto.
4?
Yeah, I think you got it. Coolness. Can we go back to the machine? Back to McDreamy?
Dreamy's up.
And now we are going to do the center. So this eyeball is looking the other way, which a couple of them are. I didn't notice that before. It's amazing when you watch your stuff stitch out.
It's really a googly-eyed monster.
Well, I guess they are googly eyes,
All
aren't
the
they?
eyes are all over the place.
Oh, that would be so cool if you could put glow-in-the-dark eyeballs.
Yeah, oh yeah. We don't have a whole lot of glow-in-the-dark thread, or else I'd be doing that. We should get some. Can you make a note next time we order thread, Dawn? It's so expensive. I think for a little spool like this, 1,000 meters on it, or yards, or whatever, however long it is.
Wednesday is still September, right? Yeah, the 30th.
Yeah.
It's 20% off on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. But anyways, I think it's like $16 for a spool. So you have to use it sparingly.
I think for everything for Halloween, I'd probably buy about 4 or 5 and go through them all.
I know.
What you could have done is you could have taken and instead of doing the applique on all those eyeballs, you could have, with digitizing software, you can put circles in and stitch out glow in the dark
Oh.
if you want.
Oh, make it fill stitch is what
Yep.
you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really like to change people's designs, so. But yeah, then all the eyeballs would be glowy. That's easy enough. I think that's probably a cool idea.
Glow in the dark fabric.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
I
would buy a
saw
whole bolt of it.
on Missouri really? Okay, because I saw on Missouri Star that they have fabric that, like, it would be like this. The outlines of the ghost are all glow in the dark.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It was really neat. Okay, Lynn, last 3 eyeballs ready to go. So placement 3, only 3, only 3.
Okay.
Then we're okay.
Okay.
I like these.
Those are nice.
I was gonna change to orange for this circle part, but I didn't want to. You should zoom in a little bit, Dawn. There's too much of the top of McDreamy showing. Oh, I was like, what is it doing? But there's another eyeball right there. I forgot about that one.
Oh. He's got lots of eyeballs.
The O is watching you. So, while I'm sitting here, I better cut up some felt.
Yeah, that's very awkward to cut.
It's
To
not
trim.
very nice. It's not very nice. Fabric for sure. So
That's some green felt.
that's some green felt. I've been holding on to this felt for I don't know how long, waiting for a proper use for glowing green felt. It is a heck of a color. Doesn't quite match the monster dude, but that's okay. So 3 more eyeballs, then that's it for eyeballs.
That's a lot of eyeballs.
That's a lot of eyeballs. That's a much better view, Dawn. Thank you. See, I'm just so off. I didn't pick up on the view right away. Sounds great. Want to see a photo of your boo when you're finished. Yeah, everyone. Post it. Post it in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and you can add a tag on it. I kind of put all the dime doors in there, so it's easy to find, or a photo album or something. Feel free to set one up if there isn't one, and it's kind of fun to do. So it makes it easier to. What did I forget? Anyone? Anyone at all? You have to thread it. Yeah, I'm just a little off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently Lynn's
off too because Lynn has to flick a button.
Your ka-chunk threader. It's kind of cool. Mine does a little dance. Like this. I love that little dance. I don't know what this does, but I always find it kind of funny.
Now McDreamy would have stopped though, wouldn't you?
What?
It made a noise.
When the thread ran out?
No, when you didn't thread the machine.
Oh yeah, it would have stopped. Okay. Last of the eyeball trimming. So just kind of guess at this one, Lynn. Back to the desk, Dawn? Okay.
Oh boy.
If you have a hard time with it, let me know.
There's only
only 3.
Oh, I was gonna say there's only 3/4 of an eyeball.
Yeah, because that's what happens when you don't rewind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Me.
I don't want to blame McDreamy because he is just not liking the black thread. Everyone noticed that McDreamy's not doing that with any other thread colors.
He's a fancy man and requires fancy threads.
I got Madeira on him.
It's not fancy enough. He likes the bright colors.
Oh, he just doesn't like black?
He didn't like plain.
Oh. Well, all threads are plain, but okay. Is that stuff easier to cut, Lynn, the green?
The green's a little easier.
It is. That's why it's at the dollar store. But I don't know why McDreamy's doing that. Just maybe because I insulted him. I think those green eyeballs are going to stand out nicely.
They sure are.
Lynn, you're going to be a trimming master. That's awesome. Even with difficult to cut fabric, taking your time and moving things around that you should. We're going to have like a mountain of scraps after this one.
Tank will thank you.
Oh, my hounds love to find even a little inch of fabric and run around with it like they found the biggest treasure in the world. And it's funny. Last eyeball. Celebrate. Last
Yay.
eyeball.
Woohoo!
I know. That's good. Oh, yeah. I like this guy. Very eyeball-y, but I like it. I do think having the eyeballs in glow-in-the-dark would be awesome.
Do you want to do glow-in-the-dark thread to go satin stitch around the last green ones?
No.
Would this one be okay? Or do I need to trim it a little more?
Maybe a little bit if you can. It's just because of the fabric. That might...
I tried to guess.
Yep, good. I think you got it.
I think I trimmed a little too much.
That's okay. That's my fault. Back to McDreamy. Oh yeah, a little bit. That's okay, Lynn.
McDreamy's up.
Probably you won't notice it with the satin stitches. So, one mistake leads to more. So, always remember to rewind because it really is hard to guess where to cut. So, this one here was over too much. It's the one that I forgot to go back stitches. It's not rewind, but it's a Sueism, I guess.
Is that like node mode?
That's like node mode, yes. Rewind.
Node mode. It sounds cooler.
You say that, and when my sister-in-law got up yesterday to speak about her daughter, She said the same thing. She says it's not a mistake, it's just a Juliism.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's lots of Sueisms. I have to amuse my brain sometimes, so I just call it rewind. Oh, rewind. Maybe that's from the kids. So if yeah,
Okay.
it's my fault. I think maybe my children started saying that because Sam was all of 11 when she helped run Harry, his 6-needle brother that's
Oh, wow.
20 years old. Yep, she could do it. That is how, I mean, I was going to say safe, but I mean, it'll sew your finger through. But I knew she couldn't wreck the design because they won't stitch on, you know, if the hoop's not the right size, they won't do it. So my 11-year-old could do it because I knew she wouldn't break the machine.
Yep.
Nobody used the commercial machine. I just didn't let anybody use it because you could break the machine.
Okay.
And it was too stressful for them. But for these, you know, brothers, it's you can't wreck it. I think we're putting the backing fabric on. So I wanted this lime green because I think it's so cute.
Doesn't do satin stitches around the other eyes?
No, because they're hanging off the edge. So you have to do it in the right order. They're hanging off the edge here. So if it did the satin stitches here, it wouldn't look right. I should have done his mouth in like bright red or something.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it just did it, just a little zigzag stitch. So yeah, and then the back of it, the eyeballs will show on the back. So this is just securing the back fabric. And then we're gonna trim that out. And then smooth sailing from here on out. It'll just be satin stitches. I really like how this guy turned out. I really like it.
I'm liking the colors.
Yep,
Yeah, the colors are really good.
the color scheme is really good. Yeah, I really like it.
You should have put little red veins in his eyeballs, in his eyes. Like-
Amelia Smith is asking what machine you're using.
Oh, it is a Brother Dream Machine 2, affectionately known as McDreamy because I'm silly and I name everything silly names. But it's a Dream Machine 2 with all of the upgrades. And it's an awesome machine. I really like McDreamy. All right. Then we're gonna start in on the satin. There we go. So, back to the machine, back to the desk, Don.
Desk is up.
I almost got it mixed up. There we go. Because you can see through the stabilizer,
Okay.
you know that it's right. So, looking good. Let me grab my scissors and trim this out. And then, ooh, that was weird. I must need to sharpen my scissors again. So, you put the fabric, always remember when you're putting fabric on the back that it goes face down. Because this will be the back of the design. So, you do it that way.
Cindy says, I can't tell, but is there white fabric in the area above the monster and the top side of the O? Should it be cut out and just the WSS left?
Yes, it should be cut out. Did I miss it? It's entirely possible. This is why it is so much fun to stitch with people because it's too easy to miss stuff like that. Like it happens and then you go, oh no, I forgot to trim it. Now I am aware of the circles. I'm not going to worry about that at all. I'm going to fix that a little bit there. Let's look at the front and see. Oh, yeah, I did. I trimmed the batting, but not the cutaway that I put there. It's an extra layer, so old habits,
yeah,
you know.
said you were gonna cut that later.
We're gonna do the satin stitches, so it's later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier just to do things in the order that they come.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then that wouldn't be challenging.
But nobody's judging.
Nobody's judging. Hey, I have very good days, technical days where I play by the book, and other days I just want to do it my way. Thank you very much. So, good catch. Was that Cindy King? There we
No.
go.
He was a newer Cindy.
Oh, well, thank you, newer Cindy. Thanks for pointing that out. Much appreciated. Okay.
I'm glad to see that they're catching different things.
Yeah.
Like last Tuesday when you said, "Did you hear that noise when my machine was making a noise?"
Yep.
Nope.
That's how you know everyone
Nope.
is learning because they're all asking questions
And-
and catching like
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, half the time I don't realize I'm making boo-boos, but the other half I do. And yeah, be observant. Notice it as much as you can and just ask. Because you never know, it's a pop quiz or a test or something. You never know. Oh boy. Yeah, this design is something that takes a little bit of time to cut everything.
I'm glad I
It's
only
good.
did the eyeballs.
it's good applique practice.
It's very good
You
applique
test your
practice.
trimming skills.
Yep. Now I do
I
want to
probably
get
should
in
do that.
here a little more, which is proving to be a little difficult. All right, so I did make another mistake cutting this. See what I did? I cut this a little bit.
Off screen.
Oh, I cut this a little bit.
Oopsie.
But it's okay because it's on the inside. If we didn't have the fabric on the back,
It would go through.
yeah, we wouldn't have anything to base it on. But because it's got the fabric, it's okay. I'm not going to worry about that.
Now, what would you do?
If I didn't have the fabric on the back, I would take very carefully. When you're working on the back of the hoop, you can't push down because there's space. I would very carefully put painter's tape over it, like the whole distance here, to keep it
Okay.
together. Because what I would worry about is shifting.
Yep.
So that's what I would do. So, okay, back to McDreamy.
Dreamy's up.
And we're going to finish this guy up. So, yeah, not the greatest thing that's happened. Now, I'm going to hope that McDreamy doesn't get caught on it. This says green, but I am going to use black. I want some darker colors in here.
Yes.
I think it would be cool. I think all the eyes... Oh, this is where the heavy stitching happens. So I'm not even worried about that. So, okay, let's look into the chat, Lynn. What are people talking? Yes, great catch. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. It would have been okay because it's stabilizer, but it would just leave some white edges. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that because I was talking.
I heard it.
Yeah, I don't even know what went wrong, but this is where you listen. I heard it. Look what happened here.
It bunched up.
Yeah, a little loop inside a loop inside a loop. It just didn't sound right to me, and I looked and I could see too much in the way of threads there. So it went a little loopy. That's okay. That's okay.
We're all a little loopy.
It's a little monster. So, and this will be covered up. This is just the gratuitous underlay. So I'm just going to keep going. But I could hear it happen. I will trim that thread too in a sec once it gets going.
Is there water soluble
water-soluble tape. I don't think I've ever heard of it. But the painter's tape, you can, because McDreamy does not like tape on it. He also doesn't like it'll just come off the back, so I don't even bother. If you notice, I don't even bother. Sometimes when we're doing the mug rugs and you have the folded fabric on the back, he always catches it. So I tape it across, and it's just painter's tape, so it's masking tape.
Okay.
And he sews right through it, and then you just tear it off.
Right.
So it's like perforating it. So that's what I would use in a pinch, for sure, for this problem. I'm thinking I should have cut this out, because I think it's going to get bunched up. But that's okay. All the boo-boos that I did will be covered up shortly. So nobody's perfect.
No.
Nobody's perfect. One lady in the group, I think it was our group, had something that was pulling, and the fabric kind of came away from it, and she said, should I fix it? And I'm like, no, it looks great. No one's going to see it.
There is WSS tape.
Is there? I know that there's thread, water-soluble thread, believe it or not.
Alicia and Isabel said water-soluble tape. It's called Wonder Tape.
Because it does wonders.
What else would you use it for? Because, I mean, yeah, that would be brilliant there. What else would you use it for, though? Any ideas, Don?
Not any good ones.
Not any good ones. Thanks a lot. He said, not any good ones. Okay. Now.
OSD sells it.
Well, so I'm going to look into that. I don't think I need any, but I like OESD, and I'm just going to see what the other uses are. Just because I'm curious. Alright, so I think it's going to make a mess. So I am going to stop and put my needle up and do a trim. What I'm concerned about, I'll show you guys right here. What I'm concerned about is this sticking up. Now, it's not going to mess up the design or anything, but it could make a bit of a mess. And this is just the mistake. So I'm just getting rid of it so it's not folded over, 5 or 6 times if it gets caught up. Just to be safe, I think.
His lips were flapping.
Kind of. Yeah, a lot of underlay on these parts. It's like crazy. I use the paper type medical tape. Yes. I like it better than masking tape or painter's tape. Yeah, the medical tape is fine. I seldom use it, but so I'm okay with the painter's tape. As long as nobody borrows it and doesn't put it back. I think that's, I don't even know where you, I guess Shoppers, where you buy medical tape. It's always good to have something like that on standby, just in case, stuff happens. Most of the time with these designs, if you're paying attention to the instructions, and I know Sweet Pea have really good instructions, you can follow them, do what they say, it'll work out. The only thing that I don't do, they say to put double-sided tape around your hoops so the stabilizer doesn't move.
Okay.
I don't find that necessary. Some people do, they like it, and they think it does a much better job, but it just helps keep the stabilizer in place. I just don't need the field to do that. And my rule is, a lot of people pin stuff.
Oh no.
And the only time I use pins on McDreamy is when I'm in sewing mode. Yeah, it gives me the heebie-jeebies when I see pictures of people like pinning a t-shirt, or they pin, and I'm not mocking anybody, I just they put pins here so it won't slide. I won't even do that. Every time I use pins, I poke myself. So I just
Lesson learned.
yeah, just no matter what I do.
Nisha's asking if you trim the back opening.
Did I what?
Trim the back opening. I think about the ones for it.
No, I didn't. And it's already stitched, so
Oh well.
it's only the back. It's just been one of those days.
Can we start over?
Karina 3 under the vest. Nope.
What's that?
Karina 3 under the vest just said nope.
Nope. You could have said something there, Karina. Karina, I want you to be a guest at some point for the... Cut it out now. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it. I will probably cut my fingers off if I try to do more today. So, no. For the podcast, Karina has lots to share. She's making... I don't know how to put it. Adult quilt blocks at the moment. And they're hilarious.
That's something that might be better suited for a podcast instead of video.
Nope, just not suited for anything. Nope, it's her sense of humor. Of course, I laughed my butt off because I thought it was hilarious. And they're well done, but I don't know who's... Oh.
I haven't seen them.
Oh. Well, I'll show you afterwards. She's having a great time.
I'm jealous, Karina,
Why?
because she didn't show me. She showed you.
I bet you she showed the Norseman first.
Probably. He probably came up with them too.
Probably. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. Very nice, very nice. I really like this. Such a cute design. The fabric, a nice loft there.
Oh, I love the
That's-
green eyeballs.
Yeah, I think they're awesome. It just kind of ties in a little bit of green. So instead of doing these ones with the outside of the green, I'm going to do all the eyeballs in black because I want his face to stand out a bit more. No, I think it would look good. So the back, yes, I forgot to cut the fabric. Good Lord, today, I tell ya. I was making personal face masks and used paper tape. It worked great. Yeah. I gotta make more face masks. Still working on it. Don's showing Karina. Or sorry, Don's showing Lynn Karina's work. Close your mouth, Lynn, you catch flies.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I would love to make one of those
Okay.
for me.
They threw one of those Velcro balls at it. Maybe it's going to be a game.
I don't know.
Like a twister game.
It's slightly naughty. Slightly naughty.
It's not. I like pictures.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. I gotta tell you guys, Lynn sat down at my desk here and she noticed this, which I posted in the group. That's the Anita Good Design blocks that we did. And she got all mad because she still thinks it's evil eyes.
They are.
And she made me turn it. So I just like to point that out. So then I have the...
Look. I can't even watch it on the replay.
It was really close. Lynn! I should have done them in red. You found my dime door. It was so much fun doing that dime door.
I can't wait to start doing them by myself.
Yes. Yes. At your house?
At
Are you
my
gonna
house.
sew along?
Yep.
I'll make sure you have everything and I'll show you how to download them from... Excuse me, from Dime.
Karina says she'll send me the files.
Whoa. Yay.
That's why we love...
I know what Lynn's first project is now.
Yeah, that'll change. We can't film that though.
No.
They're slightly naughty.
We're all adults
Slightly.
here.
Yes. Oh, everybody's giving the thumbs up. Lynn, you have lots of help. Yes.
Oh yes. I have a whole big family.
Yeah. And everybody is very excited that you decided to try and, you know, see what you can do. See how much you like it. Judging by our first video, I think you like it a lot.
Yes.
Yes. There's something about embroidery, machine embroidery, like creating stuff with your own kind of twist to it, bright fabrics and stuff. I have loved machine embroidery since the day I started. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I don't know what I'd do with myself if I wasn't studying embroidery, doing embroidery, thinking about embroidery, working on embroidery, researching different things. I think it's cool. I love the Boo posted with the bloodshot eyeballs. Is that in our group? I'll have to check that out.
That's what I suggested.
Yeah,
Little
That
red
would-
in his eyes.
that would be easy to do. You know, we used felt, so we could just take a Sharpie and do that.
Ooh.
Sharpie is an embroiderer's friend for boo-boos.
Now, Misha's thrown you into the best. You didn't cut the ribbon holes either. You said you wait till the end.
Yeah, I have a hard time doing that. I'm gonna take my time doing it. I know we're gonna do the satin stitches first, but I'm gonna take like the crocodile and just punch it out and it'll look neat and tidy. And I'm gonna cover it with ribbon. It just took me too long last time on camera to fiddle around with it, so me too, Sue. I eat and sleep embroidery. Well, yeah, when we finish and I leave my office, I bring my iPad with me and I do research and yeah, it's kind of a weird underlay it's doing.
Well, it doesn't look like your foot's down.
No, it is. It's on raised for this. It won't
Oh.
stitch if the foot's up.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes, when the foot goes up, it's way up.
Okay.
And it's, the stitches are, it looks like fill stitches that are, they just loosen the density on it. It's kind of weird because usually zigzag stitches, zigzag is a satin stitch, but with the density and the spacing changed. These ones are kind of going sideways. So I don't know if there's a reason for that, but I've never done it like that. It gives it a beautiful finish, so whatevs, but I really like satin finishes, like nice, thick satin finishes.
Yes.
It's kind of fun. So, good catch, Misha. Those holes need to be cut out. Yeah, I'm gonna do it after, just like I said, for the sake of the camera and time. We want to see this finished. So I know, I know, it just took me forever to do these little holes because there's this, there's cutaway, there's batting, and then another piece on the other side. So, and I have made enough mistakes for today. So anyway, so I was saying, so when I go upstairs, I do research, eat dinner, I do research and check out Pinterest for ideas, not copying other people, but just check it out. And then I line myself up with what I want to learn for that night.
Okay.
And then I go to bed and I learn. And I learn something, how to do something, or right now I'm still working on the quilting. I was gonna try free motion quilting, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'd find it enjoyable. So I'm gonna continue digitizing the quilting backgrounds and doing it like that. So yeah, I just work all the time. I was thinking about getting in Brilliance. I saw an ad in a magazine about it. And Brilliance is awesome software. I have an affiliate link if you ever want to use it. I appreciate it. And it works natively on PC, and there's different levels of it and different parts you can get for it. Just be aware that if you want to do digitizing, you need the stitch artist levels.
Natively on that too.
Yeah, didn't I say that?
You said PC.
Oh, I meant natively on Mac, which is delightful. So what I'm saying is all embroidery programs only work on PC.
Okay.
Embrilliance works properly on a Mac.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the only one that'll do it. Oh, I love it. What I love the most about Embrilliance, it's easy to use, and I can throw it on my Mac and have, you know, not my iPad, but a Mac, and still work on a laptop. But as an add-on, you can get all of the, not all, but a good part of the AccuQuilt die shapes in embroidery.
Oh.
So you just pick it, bring it in, and go and stitch it. And it does a placement and then whatever outside you pick. So
That's cool.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened to Ember? They were supposed to be coming out to work on an iPad back in 2018. I don't know if they ever got around to finishing that.
I don't think so. Do you guys remember hearing about that with Embird?
They had it on their Facebook page.
They had it on their Facebook page that they were going to make it work on an iPad, which would be really cool. I would actually love to digitize on an iPad.
I think it'd be awesome,
Wouldn't that
especially
be fun?
now that you have the Apple pencils and stuff. 'Cause
Yep.
you can-
Just draw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can sidecar.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Macs are really cool, but you can it's called Sidecar. They have it built in with the Mac OS, and you can just slide stuff over to your iPad.
Oh.
And the iPads are like touch screen, so you can
Everything's at your
scroll.
fingertips.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, I like the way our guys come along then.
Yeah,
See-
good color choices.
Yeah.
I think so, and just a little bit extra of the green eyeballs. I think that's awesome. So yeah, I like Embrilliance for that. So you can create your own quilt squares, and you don't have to make everything match and whatever, because it's already. And I think it's like $60 for it. And so if you do that, then even if you don't have an AccuQuilt, you can easily extract the shapes and use one of your electronic cutters. You're allowed doing that. So it's very cool.
Heather Wills is going to bed. It's 10:30 where she is. She said she'll watch it later. Have a good night.
Okay, have a good night. I know we knew there was a lot of stitches in this, and that's why I said I'm not going to take the time to do that, because this is quite a long stitch. We should be almost done though. I think we have about 10 minutes left, it says, so hopefully. Thanks for staying up with us, Heather. We need dinner, I think.
Yep. Dinner.
How many people do we have?
226.
Okay.
Wow.
226. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I know this one takes a long time, but as you can see, mistakes aside, and I'm not worried about it,
We're doing another hour and a half live, are we?
we've done a lot of those lately. I was like, whew.
Yesterday's was.
Yes, I did the full size. I usually do the smaller.
Right.
It's exactly the same but smaller and takes less time, but I knew I loved the design, so I did the bigger one. Oh yeah. Done, and I needed a nap after that. I was exhausted. It can be difficult to talk for the whole time. I don't have, troubles figuring out what to talk about, but keep going and keep going,
Yeah.
and it's fine. But this is just the ending of it, and it's all coming together, and then we can show the three together and see how great it looks. I was busy and just able to join, so it worked for me that you stayed on longer. That does work. That does work for sure. Yeah, thanks for joining. That's awesome. So we just stitch until it's done. It's gonna take you guys just as long to stitch it out as I did, but it is a long stitch out for sure. Oh, I like it for sure.
He's very handsomely scary.
Handsomely scary. I just noticed too, this is like a cat eye ball.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright, so I know I didn't cut out the holes. I know. I will fix it, I promise. It'll look fantastic. So, yeah. Black looks awesome. Made everything pop. Yeah, the around these eyes, the white ones, I could do them in green, but I think I'm gonna leave it in black because it makes the green brighter.
Stand out.
Yeah. It's I like it.
Amelia says she recently purchased embroiderers and is excited to learn.
Oh, good. I have some videos on embrilliance, but don't forget we have digitizing class every Wednesday, and we've been doing some really cool stuff. And even though I'm using different software, you can still pick up a lot. I think I have 20, maybe 40 Sunset with Sue videos.
Wow.
Which
Yeah,
are,
quite a few.
there's quite a few. And they're all divided up, so it makes it easier for people to find. And the first set where I start working with shapes, like an introduction to the shapes and what we can do with shapes, I put start here on the playlist.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then 2 was the fish-ish, which was the most fun I've had in a long time. So we just designed some fish that they didn't necessarily look like fish, so I called them ish. So now if something doesn't turn out right, it's an ish.
Ish.
Yeah, and it just kind of sticks with. And then we moved on to the garden. We've done scarecrows, and we did some Halloween stuff this week. We did designing your own custom-made spider webs, because you can get embroidery designs that are spider webs, but they don't necessarily fit in
Okay.
properly. So we worked out how to do it, and it's kind of fun. I actually love doing spider webs. It's really fun. Judy, thank you very much. #1 fan. Oh, I like that dancing pear guy. He's cute. Floriani 2, and I'm learning. Awesome.
Judy Quote says it's an awesome project. Thanks for choosing it.
What, this one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I love it. So, next week we'll have our digitizing class. Saturday, I would like to do one of my designs. And Sunday, we're going to start the landscape quilt.
Ooh la la.
I know. I have the fabric all sitting there. So, I'm going to pick out a few. I don't know if we're going to do them all because there's quite a few. And we still have a few more designs to get at the book, in the book. And then, I think after that, we should go on to Christmas and need a good design. So Saturday is So Long, Dime Door, Sweet Pea, one of mine, whatever I decide. Sunday is Anita Good Design So Long, which people have been loving.
Yes. for
And
sure.
Tuesday is Learn with Lynn. And
Did you get a day off?
no. Oh, I don't take days off. We kind of did for a few hours yesterday. And what I was still trying to make a diamond for the Sarah Vedler quilt that I'm working on, and I just couldn't get it to be right. 45-degree angle it has to be. And it's just, I don't know what the trick is, but I don't have it. So I stopped cutting my fabric and cut paper instead. So
Oh, there we go.
yeah, when I got it right, I could just use it as a template, but I have to make 8 of them, so they kind of have to be right.
Yeah, oh yeah, they gotta be the exact size.
I thought I had it the right size, and then I stitched one out today, and the tack down stitches didn't match. So,
Oopsie.
yeah. I don't know why I can't cut the diamond. I asked Don for help, and he did it on the embroidery software. Use what you know best, right? and it had the same problems that I did, so I didn't feel so bad. Just kind of frustrating.
Patty asked if she's looking at Embroidery's essentials, but she only wants to bring art in. Hopefully, she's just making the design
Art, if
and add a name to it. Is that enough of the program? Can you
add lettering. Well, I'm not sure. I get a little mixed up with all the levels of it. Each level does something really cool.
Oh, Judy Quilt says yes, it will add the name.
There you go. Thank you, Judy Quilt. Judy Quilt just got Embrilliance, and from what I can tell, she's having a good time. Lots of fun with it. So for me, with embroidery software or anything, I like to get all of it, because that's just how my brain works. So I get mixed up in Embrilliance. What's the matter?
I believe Sandy Schultz.
Yes,
I think it's Sandy. The other Sandy.
the other Sandy.
If you stitch up the placement on paper, then you can use it for time.
The only thing is, I thought of that. The only thing is, it is big enough. It's too big for even McDreamy's big hoop, and it's separated into 3 parts, and it doesn't quite cover like the top points of it.
Can we figure it out though if you were to do that?
Well,
Might
it's
be easier than what we've been trying.
I don't know. It's anything's worth a try. I'm not even sure if the tack down, she doesn't call them tack down. I'm not even sure if they're meant to hold the fabric down, because that is not normally what she does.
Uh-oh.
Check and rethread the upper thread. Do you think?
I'm guessing bobbin.
Put the, see, when it's up, it's up. Put it down, trim.
Says bobbin.
I had almost a full bobbin. Is there that many stitches? No, it's not bobbin.
Oh,
It's not bobbin. You're a bobbin.
you're bobbin. Lynn, you're bobbin.
Okay. He was just having a moment.
I don't know what that was about. Anyways, if anyone has any other ideas of how I can cut fabric, but it's not symmetrical when I get done doing the angles and the measurements. So I have hatched 2 and love it. There were too many extras. I just didn't know where to start. Thank you, Judy. I will go look. Yeah, Judy is new to Embrilliance and doing really well and having a good time with it. I forget each level does something. But I know for digitizing you have to have the Stitch Artist levels. I just bought everything all in one.
Smart.
Just buy it all. Except for the density thing, I don't need that. Yeah, it's just how I roll. I can't be without something because I'm used to having
Get it all
it.
included.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Janet Wilson says, I'm sure Missouri Star has a template for the diamond shape.
I looked, I have a ruler that it has the right angles, but it's not quite big enough. So I will check, because at this point in time, I will take a ruler that'll work or a template. I don't actually care. Just to get it right, because the problem is when you do quilts, if you don't cut things properly, it's like that mistake that keeps going.
Okay.
It won't line up when you put the next level, then the next level won't line up, and there is, for the first level of it, they're diamonds, and there's 8 of them, and they all get sewn together, and then there's squares after that, like, and each diamond has 3 hoopings on it.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, needless to say, I used Ragnar today for it. They're beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But I have most of the dies that I need, like, because there's little diamonds and there's circles and there's flowers and the whole bit. And it looks fantastic. I just don't have the big diamond. So I'm trying. We're trying. She has a large rhombus ruler that might work. I will go and have a look because, yeah, stop. Needle up, needle up. I don't know why. We even tried printing it from software, but it still didn't line up.
Cindy West says, would you consider doing an FSL design? I can't speak today.
FSL. What, you mean stitching it?
I believe that's what she's asking.
Alright, people have asked me that before. Now, my only problem with that is that it's just stitching. And people, yeah, it's just straight stitching. Beautiful. I love freestanding lace. But people kind of got mad that there wasn't enough going on with it. Like, I wasn't doing any trimming and back and forth. So, I mean, I certainly don't mind doing some. But that was the complaint before. I try to listen to the people who are watching the videos. People complain and people are happy. Some people have said that I talk too much, but I can't see how you can do an educational video without talking a lot.
Isabel says a digitizing lesson for lace.
Oh, my lace maker. I mean, I've touched on that, but I do have, I think, 2 hatch videos. Now, Lila wanted to do lace, and I pointed her to those videos, and she watched them a couple times, and now she makes her own lace. So it's just the basics to get started, but they're already there. It's an hour-long video, so you can check it out. My lace maker is my favorite thing because it saves you a lot of steps.
Michelle Smith says, loving your shows
From the UK. Hello from the UK. What's the time difference down there?
6 hours?
6 hours, so it's late at night. Thanks for joining us. I love that we can replay these at any time. Well, that is the idea that I wanted to do, because a lot of people, I had all my classes, all the hatch classes, I don't know if you know this, Lynn, I had them up for sale, and a lot of people said, we're almost done here, guys, a lot of people said that they just simply can't afford it. So I took a long time to think, how can I do this? Obviously, I can't work for free forever, right? So I figured out YouTube. So all the people have to do is watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost them anything.
Just Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, which they're using anyways. And I get paid by YouTube. So it's the more people watch, the better it is for me. So I thought it was a win-win situation. And so far it's working. I mean, YouTube doesn't dish out that much moolah.
No.
You gotta have a lot more people for that, but it's enough for me to buy a little bit of fabric here and there or something that I need. We spent a ton of money on cameras and mounting and microphones, our Yeti microphones, and it's way better to have them on an arm like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you had it like sitting on the desk, feel the vibrations from the machine.
Oh, that's
And
right.
yeah,
Belinda Thompson just joined from Chicago.
Chicago. Well,
Just
hello.
Over the river and then some.
Please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Yes, please. I've noticed you guys have been really, really good with lots of likes.
Yeah, they're coming up a lot.
Yes, and the more attention people pay to the videos, YouTube, the algorithm notices it, and my videos will show up in the recommended videos for anyone who likes embroidery.
Oh.
So
nice.
literally all everyone has to do is just watch, comment, like.
Yeah.
They're important. So if a video gets a whole ton of likes, then And shares, yeah. Any interaction, anything with the video helps me get noticed by YouTube. And the longer we can keep this going, the better.
Yes.
Because I think people are learning a lot and feeling happy and comfortable with all the stuff that we're doing. And my brain is nonstop, so I still got more.
Yep.
Steven 1980 says I shared on my Facebook page.
Mm.
And Wendy Draves is asking if you're using a bobbin that matches your backing.
No, it's kind of my thing. I just don't. I don't know why I don't, but yes, it should be a black bobbin to match, but I never remember to do it for the videos because there's so many things going on that I just stopped trying. So, no, the back of all my designs are ugly.
All your designs are one way then.
They're just one-way
they're-
designs.
top
and
up.
and you know what? I'm okay with it. I use pre-wound bobbins, which means you buy them in a box and they're wound already, so you don't
and
have
they're
to...
wonderful.
Yeah, and it's just a time saver. So if it were to run out of bobbin, don't.
I couldn't function for it.
Well, no, you have 5 machines, but... So I just kind of stick to that. So Belinda says, I love your work. I am new to this, very excited to start something new. Yep, learn with Lynn on Tuesdays, because Lynn is in the same boat and has kindly agreed that her embroidery adventure be videotaped, so which is pretty darn good. And we stitched out her first design last week,
Yep.
and it was good. Lynn was smiling. I don't think I've ever seen you smile
Oh, I
that
know.
much.
I know.
It's
and
an
I put it in a
accomplishment.
frame, and it's in my living room.
Did you put it in a frame?
I put it in a frame.
Nice.
Yep.
Maybe you could post a picture, because
Okay.
I'd love to see
Yep.
it.
And I know there's a few people in the group, after I said I was going fabric shopping
Yes.
yesterday, a few of them want to see exactly, what I got. I said, yeah, I'll message you and send pictures.
What time is it?
5
5 p.m.
Eastern Standard
East,
Time.
So that's September the 29th.
Yep. She did great. Yeah, so much fun. We're gonna keep working up. Her machine's name is Mickey. So we're gonna keep working up with Mickey till she's super comfy and can do it on her own. She's not quite there yet. She's nervous she's gonna break it, which is absolutely normal. Yeah.
Yes, you will.
All your videos are wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for watching. It's a win-win situation, like I said. So as much as you can interact with the videos by watching them to the end, sharing them in Pinterest even, adding it to a playlist that you make, like saving it. I try to get people to do that. Just like the Hatch videos are wonderful. They are full classes that I used to get paid for.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I put them all up on YouTube for free.
They might not want to watch this one. It's worth watching.
It's a long stitch. We're
Yeah.
hour and
2 hours.
45 minutes. Yeah. Well,
It's
it is
almost
what it
done.
is.
Right there.
Is that it?
That's it. Just wait.
Wait for the tune.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Should be rock and roll. Back to the desk, and we'll
Desk is
check it out.
Ooh. I like
Yeah.
that.
Now, if I had black, it would look better, but I don't. I didn't. So, I really like how this turned out, and I think the eyeballs, if they were outlined in green, would look great. I'm really happy with the black.
Yes.
It does make everything pop. We only have like 2 colors, orange and green. I really like it. Now, let's have a look. I guess we could do that. Let's have a look. Yep, I like how it turned out.
That looks
I
awesome.
almost said your bat's upside down, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do it this way if you wanted. He's doing some yoga or something like this. I mean, whichever way. So I'm going to finish up and, you know, get rid of the water-soluble stabilizer. I'm going to trim that out because I totally forgot.
Oopsie.
No big deal. Just get good at trimming. I can do it. And these ones because it just simply took me too long to do. And I'm going to hang my boo up. I really like it. I love the way this one turned out. I knew Green Monster would be my favorite.
Yes. Yep.
So, all right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did making these and getting Lynn to help and learn as she goes, which is awesome. She is going to be a master trimmer.
Yes.
If she's not already. It's good practice. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.